Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and it's your girl Tonisha. You could call me T, and we're back with another video.
There's a reason I walk like this. My baby, he be loving on this. When he do it, he be working that shit. And every night he got me wanting more of it. There's a reason.
In today's video, we will be doing some questions and answers so y'all can get to know me a lot better. If you don't know, your girl is an open book for real. It just depends on the time, the place, and who's asking me the questions. But overall, I am an open book, and I want to build this connection so we could be like this, real tight with y'all. And I have the questions that y'all want to ask me, and your girls want the tea. Y'all want the tea. So let's cover the basics before I get into these questions. All right. So I'm 30 years old. Your girl is an Aries, if you care. April, of course. I got the questions right here. They are listed. So the first question is, why did you leave Cleveland so abruptly? I did leave really fast. The move has always been on my mind. I just never actually did it. So I really was trying to move in the beginning of 2024, but I was like, well, let me wait. So I went to school. I still was trying to make it work in Cleveland. I had got me a salon suite and everything. I was like, maybe I could really make it here. But honestly, like when I went back to my mom's house and I had seen, it's just something that came over me that said, like, girl, if you really want to change, if you really want better for your family, you're going to have to leave. Like, I cannot explain the feeling that I had. And then on top of that, something had happened with my brother, and it sent me, like, it triggered me so bad that I needed to call a mental health hotline to like calm me down, because I would not stop crying. Like, I would not stop crying. I was really hurt. I was really like, I just felt real hurt. So anywho, once that happened and it sent me over the roof, like, it just was like, it's time to go. I need to go. I need to make this move, and I need to do it right now. I wasn't even growing in the pace that I wanted to. The way that I looked, the way that I felt, the way that I was gaining, everything just all surrounding me did not help where I was trying to go. And me moving was the best decision that I made. I don't regret it, period, whatsoever. Next question. Do you ever plan on getting your esthetician's license? But no, I don't have my esthetician's license. I do plan on getting it though, but I don't have it right now. Once you graduated from esthetician school, you went to Houston and then you went to the military. What was your thought process behind that, and what is the goal that you're trying to accomplish? That's a good question. So honestly, before I got to Houston, I was getting signs to go to the military, but then I'm like, no, I still want to try to make this work. Like, I was still doing hair at the time, and I literally just want my career around aesthetics and hair. I wanted it to work. So I went to Houston because I'm trying to grow outside of what I've been through. Like, so in my mind, I needed to go to Houston. It's been on my mind. It's been on my heart for years. When I say years, I'm like, well, this is something that I need to do. So I went ahead to Houston, and then I was still trying. I was working inside of a salon. I still was studying for my esthetician's license. I still was trying to get certain things in play, and then I kept seeing signs about the military. I was like, one thing about me, I am a signs girl. So if I keep seeing signs, especially more than once and twice, it's just like, God, you trying to tell me something, so I'm gonna listen. And I chose to go to the military because, for one, I saw the signs, and I would tell anybody, this is God's plan. Seriously, everything about my life is God's plan. I literally have nothing to do with it. But once I got there, I understood why I was there, the discipline. Then it woke something else up in me that made me want to try harder and push myself past my limits. And then it created this like safety within me, like not having to worry about all of my basic needs, because the military definitely provides that. You don't have to worry about a thing, so you can focus on other things. And that's why I'm sitting here right now with y'all today, because I don't have to worry about so many other things that I can actually perform at my highest. Why did you stop doing hair? I recently decided to stop doing hair after going back and forth with myself. It's just time for me to pivot into something else. And I have no regrets on me doing hair. It literally changed my life. It changed my thought process. It changed my faith system and what I believe that God can do in my life without me even having to do so much. Literally, I don't regret a thing, but I do know that it's time to hang it up and it's time to pivot into something different. And that's okay. I love that for me. Next question. I see that you like change, but you're evolving. What is your ultimate goal? Good question. Honestly, I don't like change that much. Like I do, but I don't. Like I like doing different things, but the change of careers, the moving all the time and all of that, I don't like that. I honestly don't like it. I wanted to place myself in a state of stability so I can grow to my highest potential. It's just the fact that it was always embedded in me. I've been moving since I was a kid. Like we never had stability. So now I crave stability. So I think for people to see me changing all the time, that's me trying to find that, like a place where I could really just be stable, relax, and rest my nervous system so I can evolve into my highest potential. And that's why anytime I do something, it's literally, if it's a step closer to that. It's a step closer to it. And I feel like I'm literally at that place now where that has subsided, and now I can really focus on evolving into my highest being. And I'm grateful. I'm very grateful for that. Why did you join the military? God. That's like the most simplest answer for me, because truly, like, it's just me listening to God, the signs, me seeing my state of where I was and trying to make things work, and seeing like you've been by yourself for so long trying to make things work. Why not get your basics and essentials taken care of? Like, you are a woman. Like, and that's another thing. Like, I was just like, girl, you're a woman. I'm just tired of being by myself trying to make everything work in this world. You need things in order for you to succeed in the way that you need to, so you can produce in the ways that you want to. So for me, I'm just like, I'm really about to use the military to get to where I need to be. And yeah, hopefully I can make a career out of it. I'm gonna guess you're talking about the military. Is it hard as people think it is? I want to say you might be talking about boot camp, because I think a lot of people think that it's hard. I feel like it's hard for people who are not mentally prepared in the level I was, because again, I'm 30. I lived a lot of life. I've learned a lot of lessons. I've been through a lot of things. I had to survive a lot of things. I had to grow from a lot of things. So for me, boot camp was easy. Mentally, it was easy. Physically, it was hard. It was hard. If you're not in the gym all the time, y'all have to understand, I went in at 204. I went in at 204. They almost told me no at MEPS. Like, well, they did tell me no. But luckily, I had got measured before I went to MEPS. I already had a waiver before I even went to MEPS because of my weight. Because I guess the measurements, your girl is thick. Alright, she thick. But anyway, I had my measurements before I went to MEPS, so they told me no. I was sitting at MEPS for a very, very long time before I got to pick my job and sign my contract. And in that hallway, I was just like, God said yes, and I got through. But the physical part can keep you from progressing in the military, especially at boot camp. Like, if I wasn't taking my workout seriously or anything like that, I probably would have got set back and not graduated on time. But like I said, I just went off on a whole rant. Anywho, mentally, no, not for me. But for some people who has never been in that place before, who never been by themselves, there was really people going through it mentally there, more so mentally than physically. So yes, I'll say if you are mentally prepared, absolutely it'll be a walk in the ballpark, especially if you're mentally and physically prepared. But if you're not, take some time to really think about that and know yourself, to know how am I going to ground myself when I do feel off. Because I be writing. I used to write a lot in boot camp as well. Do you plan on coming back home to Cleveland? I don't know. I love Cleveland. I love Cleveland so much. I think that Cleveland is such a beautiful place. I feel like it will evolve into something bigger one day. I do feel like it has the potential to be like this really big city that drives a lot of people in. So maybe, I don't know. I don't know. But right now, no, I don't want to come back home. I do want to buy a place in Cleveland, but I don't want to come back home. What is your relationship with your family? I don't ever see you talking about them. That's a good one. My relationship with my family overall is, I'm not going to say it's non-existent, but it's also not there. You know, I've been through so much, and I had to, take myself back. I had to pull myself back from it because I just needed to heal. And then once I found myself trying to place myself back, things would happen, and then it just would trigger me all over again. And it just made me feel like, one, I wasn't safe. Two, we're just mentally not on that same level no more. And the relationship with my family is iffy. How do you come to a place of peace? How did you come to a place of peace? I feel like with God help, but also me suppressing a lot of my emotions throughout the years. And then once those things came back, I was emotionally intelligent enough to actually sit with those feelings, allow my body to feel, listen to what's going on in my head so I could see what my body needed in that time. And I feel like me also coming from a place of understanding, because your girl, I love the brain. I do. I love the brain. I love how the brain works. And once I started to learn a lot of these things, especially about the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, I just started to come from a place of understanding, because I know that things had to come from somewhere. I know when people go through things, it's a lot deeper than what is on the surface. So me coming from a place of understanding, but also having boundaries and setting those boundaries to know, yes, I do understand, but I also don't have to deal with this. Because there's one thing of coming from a place of understanding, but somebody is not willing to make those changes, or they just gonna be who they are. I just set the boundaries, but I understand. I love you, I understand, but I'm gonna love you from a distance, because you just cannot mess with my energy. And I'm heavy on protecting my energy. I protect it at all costs. My peace at all costs. One little thing. out of there. Sorry. And sometimes I feel like it's a bad thing, but then again, it is what it is. I've known you for a while and I am proud of who you are becoming. What advice would you have for people who came from where you come from? Whew, that's a loaded question. What advice would I have for people? Honestly, if I had to choose, what I would say to people is to choose yourself always. Find your voice. Don't be afraid of your voice because other people are. Find your voice. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Put yourself first in all things. The only person who should be above you is God. Put yourself above all things. How you feel, don't play about you, don't play about your peace, don't play about your goals, don't do, like, literally put yourself on a higher pedestal than what you choose to put other people at. Because let people be who they are. Allow people to be who they are. You cannot change nobody. So I feel like I had to learn that, and it took a while to learn that. You can't save nobody. You can't save everybody. All you could do is really be yourself and do what you need to do, and hopefully they get with the program and they start doing things for themselves because they see that you are doing better for yourself. You're choosing the heal route. You're choosing to evolve, and you're choosing to really set yourself up to be better. So hopefully you inspire them to be better, and that's all you can do. So yeah, that will be my advice. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I don't know. Ask God, because I don't know. Anytime I try to set plans, I promise you, it don't ever work out. It don't work out. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Just, have your present self start setting things up for your future self, like savings and doing the things that you want to do so your future self will be happy. I don't know. I try not to think so far ahead because things change so much. If you would have asked me this 5 years ago, I would have never said I'm going to the military. I would have never said that. I probably would have said I want to have a baby. I definitely would have said I want a baby. I don't ever see you really talk about relationships or past or post about your relationships. Are you single? And if so, do you want a relationship? I don't really post about my relationships. The last relationship I posted about was in 2021, and that was my last relationship. So yeah, your girl is single, very much so. I just want something more committed, with more depth, because I'm just tired of the surface level connections, and it just don't give. My body don't even resonate with it no more, and it craves for something deeper. So I'm cool until I get something deeper. What is something people misunderstand about you the most? That I care a lot. Like, I care so much. I care too much. So sometimes with that, I have to come back to myself because I'm such a baby. I'm such an emotional person. I care way too much. So yeah, some people just don't care enough. If money wasn't a factor, what would your dream career life look like? My career will be me speaking to people, helping people, events and those things. My life will be me traveling a lot, going on different excursions and adventures, and family time, providing for my family and providing for people in need. Yeah, for the most part, that would be what I'll do if money was not a factor. What do you need in a partner that you didn't recognize before? That's a good question. What do I need in a partner that I didn't recognize before? To feel safe. To feel safe in all aspects. And that's mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I would like to feel safe. Period. Some people provide one without the others, and I need all of them. I need to feel completely safe. If you could speak to your younger self, what's the one thing you'll like to tell her? That it gets better. That is going to get better. And you are very smart. You are very, very smart. You're way smarter than what you think you are. I'm starting to feel some emotions. So, yeah. It gets better. It just gets better. Okay, guys, that wraps it up. This is the end of this video. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I will see y'all in the next one.